Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Inside Movies Galore. I'm your host, David Straggy, and here I have another review for you of a film from 2008 that I went and rewatched. I wanted to go out and review it because I loved this musical when it was on stage on Broadway. I actually went and saw it on Broadway, and I loved it. And then Phyllida Lloyd, a director, a female director, went and she directed this film back in 2008 with a cast of Amanda Seyfried, Stellan Skarsgård, Peter Brosnan, Colin Firth, Rachel McDowell, Meryl Streep, Julie Waters, Christine Baranski, and the list goes on. Well, the story of this movie musical, so to speak, is basically about a young girl by the name of Sophie, who doesn't know who her father is, and she's preparing to, she and her mother, who live on this Greek island that it seems to be like on a peninsula of its own, an island of its own. Very beautiful place. We're getting ready to prepare her for a marriage with a young man. And she doesn't know who her father is. And it could be one of three people: Bill, Sam, and Harry. What's interesting here is that Sophie's mother, Donna, happens to have two friends of her own. And they used to be called themselves Super Trooper. Now, the whole film uses the music from the Swedish band from the 70s called ABBA, which they made hits like Dancing Queen and SOS and Money, Money, Money. I believe that the music in this film is used artfully and used well where it needs to be. The only thing is, in this film, there were a few songs that were left out from the musical. And one of them happened to be "Thank You for the Music." Now, that being said, I really enjoyed the characters that of Bill, Sam, and Harry, as you got to know them as they got together. These are three bumbling older men who who evidently were in Donna's life, who was played by Meryl Streep, and Donna doesn't know that her daughter Sophie has invited these three men to the island for her wedding, so that one of them, if she can ever figure out which one of them was in fact the father, can hand her off in marriage. Now, once Sophie meets these three men, she, in a sense, falls in love with them as male figures in the father role, and I don't think anyone ever figures out who the father really is. They just assume that one of them is. So all of them really want 1/3 of Sophie's life. Now, ultimately, this is about love that was lost, and Donna goes through a period in this film where she is just really just wants to put the past behind her, and she doesn't know whether Harry's or not Harry's. She doesn't know whether Sam's love will be enough, and all that jazz. Now, from my thing is that Pierce Brosnan should have at least gone through and um, gotten some singing lessons, because his voice was rough. His voice was real rough throughout the whole thing. I understand that they all use their own voices, but I don't think that, any of them had enough time to really fully focus on some voice training. I really think that Pierce Brosnan would have needed some voice training to have his voice be better. I think his voice got better as the film went on, but it wasn't as up to par as it probably should have been for this role. That doesn't mean that his character wasn't cut the way that the film needed it to be, but his character was rough, voice-wise. Now, I thought that Amanda Seyfried was very beautiful. I thought that the scene where her boyfriend's boyfriend Sky, who was played by Dominic Cooper, when he was getting together with his men for his man party, I thought the flipper scene was spectacular. I thought it was funny, and it was enjoyable. On the other hand, I really enjoyed Meryl Streep's rendition of The Winner Takes It All. I really think that her voice was spot on. Knowing being a past singer myself, the only thing is that she had a lot of hand gestures while she was singing, and I think that's kind of what deters a lot of people from enjoying her performance entirely. I loved the character of Julie Walters in here as Rosie, and Christine Baranski. Oh my God, the scene with her and the young Beecher, where she always seems to like the young ones. So those are the scenes that you want to look out for, and I think everyone on the set was having fun, and that's the thing that I noticed. No matter whether any of these actors in their older age had any kind of a fault, these actors got together. Some of them not knowing what they were getting into, but I think they ultimately had some pure old-fashioned fun. And that's the thing that was portrayed in this film. It doesn't have to be great. It doesn't have to be grand. But the music was spectacular. And I thought that each of the songs were sung to I had my doubts about Meryl Streep in this role as Donna. She looks older than I think the role really needed her to be. I don't think she made herself look young enough to be the mother of young Sophie, to be to be Donna. It took me a while to get used to her character, and after seeing this film a second time, I actually enjoyed the entertainment that all of the actors and actresses in this whole film put on. They put on a show, and that's what you need to understand. So hopefully you've enjoyed my description of this film. Philippa went and with several different production companies, uh, Universal Pictures, Relativity Media, Little Star, Playtone, and International Film Production Richter. These were all the film places that she was um, that she actually did go with. Now, this is actually the 10th anniversary DVD edition of the film, so I thought that they did an okay job, entertainment wise, and I'll leave it up to you whether you enjoyed the film or not. I thought that the view of the island where it was located was very pretty. There was definitely some pretty advantage points from a cameraistic kind of view. So yeah, thank you for listening. I appreciate you coming by. And definitely check out some of my other reviews, and I'll definitely have some more cool reviews for you coming up. So stay tuned. I'll definitely keep you entertained. Thank you.